Welcome back to Chokitable Media. This is a great information and a privileged one for that matter, and I would like you to listen attentively. Probably this may benefit you or someone very close to you. And I wouldn't say this information is true or false because my source is online. But if you really need to work on it, please do, because my understanding of the released information showed a lot of opportunity for prospects to take. I know we're all looking for genuine investment and genuine business opportunity, legitimate one for that matter. Hence, this is in agricultural sector coming from Nigerian and Saudi Arabia chambers of commerce. It shows to me, after investigating, that Saudi Arabia and the entire Gulf nation are in association looking to invest in agricultural sector in Africa. But as at this particular time, this time that we're talking about, because this information I'm trying to explain to you or release to you came out last month around 10th of July or between 1st and 10th of July. So it is pretty recent. Though I kept it in my archives, hoping that I will be able to discuss this with you as soon as I have the time. But this is the time right now. I think we should do something about it. So what do they really want to do? They want to invest in agriculture. But right now, they are looking for interested party or farmers that are into goat breeding, because Saudi Arabia right now currently needed 200,000 tons of meat for its citizens. So the Gulf countries, they've put their head together to say, okay, yeah, let's go to Africa because that is where we can get all these goats that we need. So if you are a goat farmer or you are intending to go into goat farming, please do so. In actual sense, there's no aspect of farming that you go into that is not profitable, even if it is not for Saudi or for the Gulf region. Agriculture is always very, very profitable. So if you could do something about it, it would be great. Because currently now, I learned that Saudi Arabia imports approximately 800,000 to 1 million goats per month from Zimbabwe. And they are looking towards Nigeria also. If they could get supplies, Nigerian right now couldn't provide these huge numbers of gold for the Saudi or for the Gulf region. So the chance is open for anyone that is interested in this little piece of information to try to go to Nigerian Saudi chambers of commerce and speak with them over there. Inquire more, because this is an opportunity. This you can do for free. You have the land and you have the feeds, the grasses and the rest, and you know what it takes to raise goat from the beginning to the end. Go there, explain to them what you need, and they will be able to guide you. They will be able to guide you further. It's an opportunity. But let me read to you the information directly so that you can know how to tackle it. Keep this note as well. Keep it for yourself and approach them. Call them online. It says, why we should go into goat farming in Nigeria. I had the privilege of being invited by chairman of Nigerian Saudi Chambers of Commerce yesterday. During our conversation, he shared some interesting insights. Saudi Arabia currently requires an annual supply of 200,000 tons of goat meat, and they are nurturing the idea of including all the Gulf countries. Second, the Gulf countries wants to invest heavily in agriculture in Africa. This I know of prior to our meeting from an elder here. He puts at uncle that's retired, where he related to me that this Gulf States coalition currently have embarked or earmarked about $100 billion in funding for agriculture in Africa. Currently, Saudi Arabia imports approximately 800,000 to 1 million goats per month from Zimbabwe. And about 2 years back, they were prepared to start taking up 120,000 goats monthly from Nigeria. But unfortunately, we haven't been able to meet this demand yet, and ours are not even up to standard. Talking about quality. And that 1 kg of dressed halal goat meat cost about $7 wholesale price. The chairman and his members are committed to facilitating a smooth supply of goat meat. They are actively working on establishing halal certified abattoirs where animals will be dressed before export. So when it is well dressed, it is even more advantageous. When it is halal, it is even more advantageous. And they made it so easy now that they're going to establish a standard abattoir for themselves to get all this meat dressed before they move them out down to the Gulf region, or particularly to Saudi Arabia, or for their own consumption. So I want you to think about this. Peruse the information, listen to it again correctly. And like I said, my source is online. So if you need to ask me, if you need to know, but do more research on this. Like I said in the beginning of this talk, do more research and go to them. I don't know, maybe the office is in Abuja or Lagos. Go to their office and ask them, inquire them more. Maybe you'll be lucky, because I see this to be a genuine business as well. Because for myself also, I think I would actually really like to go into goat farming, but time wouldn't permit me because of some several other things that I do. But if you already have a farm breeding goats, please contact them, or even do it for the country itself where you live. It is advantageous, and I know how we get goat meat here. It's always, at times you have, like a kind of seasonal. At times you have them in abundance, and at times you don't have them at all. And I think an average goat meat here, if you need to buy it, cost about, close to 200 euros per one. So something like that, 160, 180, around thereabout. So it's quite profitable if you can be preparing this for the community as well where you live, so you don't have to export to anywhere. So you have the chance. So, and if you don't know how to do this, you can also go learn or come into cooperation with some other people of like minds to start to rear goats, dress them for consumption. You can also establish abattoir for yourself, or you establish a meat shop, like we used to call it. You have meat shop for yourself, whereby people will approach you and you have to sell to them in kilos. Try this out. It's another way. And one other thing I know is that people do come together in cooperative as well. They buy goats and they buy cow or cattle, and they share this cattle in abattoir to be resold or resell to customers that really need to buy meat. So I think it's the meat business now is not like the way it used to be before. We've modernized it. People are coming in now and doing and go into repackaging, dressing them, repackage them, and freeze them, and like that, so that it will be more attractive, like what we used to see around. If you package them very well, because packaging is very important for anybody that wants to go into packaging business as well. It's also good. Learn something about it where you have the chance. Because I see Nigeria and I see Africa as a virgin land, and that's why you see the Chinese coming around. You see the Saudis coming around. So if it's like that, the European are also coming around to, into the market over there and try to see what they can trade with. So, but as a citizen of the place, you could also go into this and do something, do something and help yourself. If you can't do it alone, come together in group and have a purpose, have a mission, then it will work out. And I believe there are several banks right now, or I think BOI, this bank, the business bank that used to lend customers money to establish business. I don't know how easy I mean, approaching them, I don't know how easy it is, but you could try something about it, ask around, and you will be able to jump into the business as you like. So, talking about meat business, you could do it. Talking about meat business, but it's not a business that somebody can stay far away from, because I've gotten a complaint from somebody, a close pal, that talk about him being living outside the state where the farm is, and he has to employ people, put them on the farm to keep monitoring the goats, and he pays them every month. But unfortunately, he also doesn't have much time to come around and inspect. You always call on phone and stuff like that and try to see if the goats are doing well. But unfortunately, the guy employed, or those guys employed to take care of the farm, happens to be family member. His family members. So then, he didn't do well at all. The guy employed, he didn't do well at all. Eventually, all the goats started dying one by one. They started dying one by one. And before the guy could come back, the owner could come back and inspect the farm. All the goats have died. So it doesn't have nothing remaining to take care of. And that was the calamity there. So you cannot trust this type of business with anybody and say, okay, they should take care of it for you. You have to be there, because it's rearing something. When you rear something, you have to be there to see how it goes. So look into goat farming, look into goat meat farming, or look into cattle farming as well. You could do something about it. You may also not want to go into this farming, or into this farming directly. You could also do the derivative, like establishing abattoir. If you could establish abattoir and collect money from those people that will come over there to slaughter. When they slaughter, they pay you, and that's it. Or otherwise, you could also buy the cattle or the goat from those people that are rearing them. You buy them in bulk, and you bring them down to the abattoir for slaughtering and for distribution for the people that needs to use them. So this is just an opportunity if we can take this. So check out the information that I'm passing right now. No, go to the office, or those offices mentioned in this my speech, and go and find out more. There are also other banks other than the BOI bank. Maybe community bank and stuff like this could also lend you money. This is Tukitable Media, trying to bring you investment advice that you might have forgotten. So do something about it, and don't forget to share this information with any other person closer to you, and ask them to subscribe to my channel. You also could put on the notification button, share the information, and love it. God bless you as you do. So I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.